Hey, what's going on, YouTube? How are you? It is Pete Olson, the Montana Silver Stacker. It is Wednesday, the 21st. First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I hope you guys just have not only an amazing day tomorrow and giving thanks and enjoying your family and friends and why, we get together for Thanksgiving in America, but also the rest of the weekend. I hope you survive Black Friday and just really just relax and have a fantastic time. So, um, in this video, I'm going to give you four um, of the most important factors that you need to consider when choosing your next network marketing MLM company. Okay. And this is, you could really apply this even if you're in corporate America and you're trying to decide what company you want to go to or work for or whatever the case may be. But in this particular instance, we're going to talk about MLM. So the first factor that you got to consider, and these four factors are really different than what I think most of you would think is important. And the first and foremost thing that you have to consider is who would be your sponsor, right? Who's your mentor? Who's your mentor? The problem with most network marketers is what they come in and they're recruited by Joe Blow, and Joe Blow has no idea what the hell he or she is doing, right? And that's a huge disadvantage to the new rep coming in. Whereas, you come in, and I'll just use myself, for example, come in with the Pete Olson. I'm one of the top network marketers in the industry, been in the industry 25 years. I've had some of the top mentorship in the world in this industry. In fact, the number one network marketer of all time, Larry Thompson, as my mentor. And I've had many others that have been almost as sensational as Larry. So who is your sponsor? And why is that important? Because a great sponsor will collapse time for you as a network marketer. Okay. They'll collapse time and they'll teach you how the big boys build if that's what you want to do. Many network marketers don't want to do that, right? Many network marketers just say, hey, I just want to be around the campfire. I love the product and that's great. And that's terrific. Then you have some network marketers that say, hey, I'll build a little bit, when I have time, et cetera, et cetera. Then you have the serious network marketers that say, hey, my gosh, I want to make my living at this full time. I want to be a high six-figure earner. I want to be a seven-figure earner. And so the great sponsor who's had much success is going to be able to collapse time and help you get to that financial place, that growth place, years ahead of what you'd be able to do on your own or with a sponsor that doesn't know really what they're doing. It's not their fault. They're learning, but it's important for you to seek out that sponsor that knows what the heck they're doing, okay? Because it's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of grief, and you got to be a good listener once you have the sponsor, right? You can't listen to what they say and then go on and do another thing, right? So that's a whole nother subject, but who your sponsor is very important. Number two, who are the owners, the ownership? What do you know about them? I'll give you an example. I just added a second network marketing company, and I would never do more than two. In my first company, I'm the number one money earner globally in my company in Mint Builder, silver and gold home-based business. But I just added a company called Experience. It's a travel and lifestyle company. Why did I add them? Well, let's talk about one of the reasons I added them was because of the ownership. The owners are very, very good friends of mine. Okay. I know them very well. I would trust them with my life. I would trust them with my kids' lives. Okay. So I know that they've had incredible success as owners in the past, and they've been multi-million-dollar reps in the field as well. So they know both sides of the coin. A lot of times you get ownership, they've only seen one side, and that's not good. You really want an owner that knows both sides. On top of that, they own a financial company within the network marketing industry as well, a back end software system. So that's really important. And then you got to look at, what's their character like, right? I was a former naval officer and served in this great country. I would be proud to have my current owners of my new company side by side with me um, on board ship, right? That's the kind of honor integrity they have. A huge problem in network marketing is that many of the owners are very, I wouldn't say shady is a bad word, but not honorable, making a lot of bad decisions, and really not doing what's best for the rep and for the company as a whole. Don't mind my dog Annabelle in the background as she's passed out sleeping, my pit bull. She's just relaxing there. Okay, so who is the ownership? What do you know about them? What's their past? What's their track record? What kind of people are they? Right. Number three, what kind of market is this company in? How big is the market? I think sometimes part of the problem with some network marketing companies is that they're in such a minuscule market, right? It doesn't mean that you can't make $20,000 a month in a small market, but if you want to be a huge leader, excuse me, a huge money earner in your company, right? When I say huge, 50, 70, 90, 100,000 per month and beyond, $150,000 per month. You want to have visions of grandeur to get to that level. You got to have a market with a wide breadth, right? My newest company, Experience, is in the travel and lifestyle industry. Travel is the biggest industry in the world. Huge breadth, right? Huge breadth. Everyone travels. Either someone gets a hotel room, or they rent a car, or they take an airplane trip, or they go on vacation, right? That's huge. That's huge. And then you want that company to offer unique products within that space and be the best of the best of what I call best of breed within that space. Okay. So there's got to be a big market if you want to make the big money. Okay. You can't make the big money in a tiny market. Okay. And number four, and I would say this is important of all of them, probably the least important, but it's important. You got to be passionate about the company that you're joining, about the products that they have, the industry that they're in. I added travel and lifestyle. I love traveling the beaches of the world, right? Just got back from 2 weeks in the Dominican Republic at a 5-star all-inclusive resort. Got the best prices in the world for my company Experience, where you save up to 80% on travel every day, everywhere. 80%, up to 80% cheaper than anything you find out on the internet. So I love traveling. That makes sense for me, right? And if I can save enormous amounts of money traveling, all across the world, or even if it's across the United States or whatever I want to do, that made total sense for me. You mix that with a passion for travel, with the best owners in the world, because I know them personally, right? And they're stand-up guys and great business people. You mix that with a wide market, an enormous market, and of course, me being one of the top leaders in the company in this industry, going in there and having the owners as great leaders themselves that I can go to when I need something, right? It goes to the sponsorship part of this 4 phase process when you want to consider. Hey, Doug, good seeing you, man. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. So, guys, I hope that helps. Let's just review real quickly again the 4 things that you need to consider when you're considering your next network marketing company, next MLM company, if you will. Who your sponsor is, what are the owners like, what's the ownership's background, right? The people that are actually running this company, that own the company. How big is the market that your product is in, that your company's in? Because that makes a huge difference if you want to make the big, huge money, right? And what is your passion for that product or that industry? Okay. And those are the 4 things that you should consider. And I hope that helps, guys. Again, I was just brought in to help launch North America in a company called Experience. the newest and the number one travel and lifestyle company in this space. And I would love to help you grow and be a six-figure earner and grow with experience and work from home full time if that's your desire. I can certainly do that for you. My information will be down below in the description. Just get hold of me and we'll set up a time where you can take a look at some information and an overview of the company, and would love to speak with you. Okay. God bless you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'll come at you guys again real soon. God bless you.